So, welcome to our channel. And firstly, tell us how does it feel to be back in Kolkata, the city of joy and city of culture?
It is. It's really wonderful. It's like I'm saying this without being ironic. It's like a. It's always nice to come play here, and I can also feel it with the band. Everybody's like feeling it, like yeah. And so we had a show last night. And the audience, that's always so. You say city of joy, but it's for us. It's exactly that, and it feels like that music is a little bit important. It makes it really nice to come and play a music that's not mainstream. And that there's an audience that is willing and ready to receive that. So it's wonderful.
So, what initially brought all three of you together as a trio? And obviously, the name, the choice of the name, many things, how it all happened.
Yeah, so I think like me and Manu have been independently like asking Maarten to let's play some jazz together. And then but we didn't. So then Maarten formed this band, got us together and then formed this band. And then we didn't want to call it jazz because jazz is like a different music altogether. It's got a lot of history and stuff. So I think we started playing together 3 years back. And then the compositions that he started writing used to come in shapes. And they didn't have names. They were like thing 1, thing 2, thing 3. So then we just called the band many things since we were playing many things.
So, all three of you comes from different musical backgrounds. So, how much does that influence, like your musical approach and the interpretation? If you could talk about that.
That's two very different musical backgrounds, which it's good, right? Which everybody brings their musical luggage to the solo and to the also as part of my writing process. Like Manu comes from metal. I always really enjoy playing with people who are converted away from metal because they always come with a solid technical background. They are not afraid to take the hours to take the jobs that if they need a job, they will get it done. Aravind comes from a very, very different background again. What shall I call it? I don't know. It's very, very diverse. Same with more like maybe an old school soul kind of thing. Yeah, and it's and there's that whole school of bass playing that has a very particular sound and approach to music, and somehow we could make this through a fairly extensive rehearsal process. We make this into one thing, one sound that we now have at the band sound that even if we don't meet for like some time, that is always there and that's really great. Yeah. I mean, you can keep further find new things.
Regarding your debut album, First Thing First, I think it was done very old school style recording and in a live and the kind of creative work, if you could share with the viewers.
The second album also was done in old school way, which is 3 of us in our big room, everything live. Each track we recorded maybe like 7, 8, 10 takes and then pick the best out of it. Very minimal to no editing. And zero overdubs. So it was all written, then we rehearsed quite a bit. And then went out to the studio and 2.5 days, each album. Yeah. So that was basically the process. Everything was recorded together, done in the studio.
Yeah, and we spent half a day making the sound, setting the sound to see what we were actually looking for and how to do that. That takes a lot of time. And then mixing it up, mixing it. So mixing, yeah. Yeah, so then the mixing and production process is very simples. So already did all that work. And this works best for us. Although still people say your band is one band that you have in your life, you're recording this, you're recording that. But we can't, for the time being, we don't know how to resolve that. Yeah, maybe we just have to come to it.
So how your second album was different from the first one, if you could talk in terms of the sound?
So was the first album still broadly somewhere under the larger jazz umbrella, perhaps? The second one goes more into composition and much deeper into a compositional process and musical processes between musicians, and where the improvisational aspects are more collective and less solo and a band. So that gives a whole different kind of music actually, which is not about doing solos and whatever that comes with that. But it's about composition and to develop a particular sound related to the composition. And yes, so it's very, I think it's very different.
Also, the saxophone that we used in the first album was a tenor saxophone. In the second album, it's a soprano.
And many things has performed in various places. Like if you look back in this journey, what has been the most memorable performance for you?
Last night.
Yeah.
Last night.
And definitely the best space is Skinny-Mo's.
Yeah. I think we can all agree that it's fabulous.
It's also the energy of the place and the kind of people that come to us. Everything is superb, so we have everything.
My next question to all of you, like I've seen most of you have collaborated with various kind of musicians. So as an artist, how important are these collaborations for you?
I have a few collaborations that I don't do many, but the ones I do are very, very important. So I've been doing one for 25 years now with the choreographer. So we've been using, I don't know, 10 stage works and video installations. I still continue to work with her. So that has been a very influential work on my music, but also my whole composition process. I have another ongoing collaboration with bass player Kolkata and drummer Robert Wilson. That has also been there for 15 years, and that's been dormant, and now it's awakened. So these things also, those are very, and to grow as a musician, to get to see other things, and then many things. So I don't do these one-off collaborations much, but the ones I do, I go in for the long term. That is interesting.
I've been a band guy all my life. I would say collaborate now. Mostly a band member since 2006. Most of the collaboration have been in bands that I used to be part of, metal bands back in 2016. A lot of metal bands. And most of these bands I've worked as a band for like 10 years. The same band for the last 15 years. Chaos bands. Then I've had other bands, independent bands throughout genres. I stayed with Python so Chennai, been a part of Chennai since last 7 years. And some other projects, recordings, but mainly bands. So, and through the years, I think playing different genres has brought to that place where I wanted to work with Maarten also. So, yeah, I think it's come to this point. And so, the bands were part of the music journey.
Yeah, I think I look at it too. I have two like main bands. One is Many Things, and another is called CNR. And I call these main bands because not only is the music very interesting for me, but also like hanging out with the people involved is also good. Apart from that, so these are the two main bands that I play with. Other than that, yeah, some other people call me. And that's also fun in its own way, but I would say these are my main bands.
But then you're more like a freelance musician, right?
When I'm playing for others, yeah, it's not my band.
It's not the investment.
These two are my bands.
Mhm.
Right? My bands,
Right,
I'm
right.
invested in it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But in other bands, like somebody calls me for a short-term project,
That's just.
that's a different thing. I just, yeah.
Music is my question to you. Like music is evolving over the years, and if I ask you in terms of sound, how if you see the music sound right now, what's your thought? Because you are into sound also, so that's why my question to you.
So can you, sorry.
No, I wanted to know like music is evolving,
Yeah.
especially the sound. So if I ask you right now, the music scene in terms of sound, where do you see
But in a production kind of way?
production kind?
Production kind.
Production.
Okay.
So, see, like, technology has always been coming into recording process and music production since whenever, since like 300, 400 years. And that you can't stop. Now, like, you see a lot of music is made inside a computer,
Right.
and there are lots of people who like it. I, for one, have done that, and now I'm not interested in it anymore. I would like to see more live stuff. And even in my own productions, I try to use as much, if not the whole thing, being live. In fact, like recently, I produced an album which did not have even one single program. So that is where I stand. And I think lots of other people also. I think it comes full circle. People get tired of one kind of song,
Right.
and then things start coming back. People want more of natural thing.
Martin, my next question to you, like as a musician, how important is to evolve yourself in terms of the music you did and now over time?
But that's also what I can only speak for myself. But what was always why I started it, that I wanted to get closer to an idea of what. Well, it's a little weird to say, but to an idea of what the truth is in sound. Like, what is that for me, and how can I share this with other people? So for me, this has been like an endless kind of search, and it continued, which with certain very particular ways that I have to do it. And I feel getting a little closer every year or every project to get closer to an idea of what is true about this, and how can I translate that to something that is would be worth something to someone else. And that's a very personal thing for me. And if I can. Yeah, as I already said twice, if I get to share that with other people, it means something for them as well. I mean, that's what I do it for.
Arvind, let me get back to your. I'll take you a few years back when you won the national award for the best score music for a non-feature film with Jaishankar Iyer. How was the feeling in those days? If you could just take us to the
It
memory.
was a total surprise. I didn't even know that it had been entered. That film which we did was entered for it. So suddenly somebody called me up and said, I thought somebody was playing a prank or something. But yeah, it was what it was. Yeah. I'm not one to take things too seriously, or if something goes badly wrong, I don't like beat myself. So it was okay. It was good. It was fun when I got the award from the president and all that. But that is what it was. Nothing more, nothing less.
And what about the association with CSK whistle?
That was actually done in the first year of the IPL.
Right.
And it was done with no expectation, with no budget. And yeah, and we didn't make anything out of it.
But it was very popular.
Yeah, it was hugely popular, but we just sat in a room and three of us wrote the song, recorded it, and then and then that was the rest is history. Yeah, that's all. Then it went like became big, But we as composers have not gotten anything out of it. Yeah.
But the national award also we didn't really get out anything out.
Yeah. Because it was also in a category which is not like
Non-pitch.
So,
But national award is national award.
yeah, lots of people respect you for it and all that. Yeah, but
We don't get gigs out.
we don't get any work or something.
Manu, to you are founder of the metal community in Chennai. So how's the metal scene back?
It's growing. It's much better than what it was 6 years ago. We've been doing since 2018. Now, so we have a good community that they have built. So people that are associated with it, everybody comes in and we have the show and everything. So the scene is good. So now we are actually branching out, doing all everything what's now. Doing Metal Chennai is now not just doing metal shows, and jazz shows. Yeah, doing, like show just percussionists. I think we are branching out different kind of independent and original art, supporting independent and original music, and that's what we're trying to create, not just really looking up. Yeah, but it's doing good, very good.
Next question. Right now in the world, we're seeing so much negativity. Walls are going around. As a musician, what's your thought on music in terms of bringing peace and harmony in this world?
I have not seen anyone going to a concert which was really satisfying and after that meeting someone else. So I think in that sense we have a function. On a larger geopolitical playing field, I don't know. I am not an activist in that sense that I can or want to write activist kind of music. I certainly think that other people do and must do. I cannot. It's not what I can. I just hope that through our shows that we can show people perhaps an aesthetic alternative. And I think that's all we can do. But I believe music can do that and it has a function. It's just that we are in a fairly marginal field of the whole industry, to make all of that. And so our reach is small. We can one or two people we can touch, or maybe a little more, but our platform is not that much, right? But if we can, we must.
And my last question to all three of you. A lot of youngsters are watching this. If they want to pursue a journey into music, what of advice for them?
Advice. Don't do it unless you have to. I mean, I'm serious. Unless you have to. Don't do it. Because I've done it for 30 years. I am more or less in the same position as I started. It's not... The only redeeming factor is, and it's one of the few things, I get to play music every day. And that's what I always wanted to do. So yes, I love it. And it's also the only thing that I can do. If you're not sure or you have a reasonable alternative, take it.
It's not for the faint-hearted. So you have to be prepared for a lot of setbacks, a lot of rejections, a lot of things not going your way. And also, learn how to manage your money. Like save your money.
What money?
Yeah, whatever you make. Try and find other streams of income.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Or even if you're a musician, do other things, teaching and whatever money you make, be careful with it and save out for it. And Also, like, don't neglect your skill, growth of your skill. Like, keep working
On top of that, but manage your expectations, I guess. Because that's yeah, that's honest truth. And he like he said, you really want to do music for doing what you really love. That's a really difficult industry, like original music. So you'll have to make do either with doing other kind of music that you might not enjoy. That you might, if you're enjoying that type of music, what everybody wants. Yeah, that's the best. I look at it and I feel like admiring the people who really enjoys doing that.
Like film music.
Film music. That's what I'm talking about. Film music, pop music, whatever it is, wherever in the world, the pop music. Right. So if you are in that other category, then you are in for a very struggling road. So yeah, that's what I say. Manage your expectations, work on balancing your act. Yeah, because it's a hard work.
Thank you for this wonderful interaction, and we hope to see you more in the city performing.
Thank you for coming all the way and talking to us.